Hello there again, everyone. My kids have like the best timing. It's like, hey, I didn't even get like 2 minutes in before before I had to handle the situation. I love them, but they catch, they like catch everything at the worst possible time. They just catch me at the worst possible time, and I'm like, I love you guys, but that like totally screwed up my train of thought and where I was gonna go and what I was gonna say. So I have to start all over again. And since it's live, I just lost that video. So yeah, um, man, that just completely threw me off. Just as bad as Feel Good was yesterday, throwing me completely off on what I was trying to do when I was live yesterday. But man. Okay. Firstly, I'd like to say I'm. Oh, Poke Kid. Like, yeah, this is live. Um, yeah, and that last one that was a like all over what I was trying to do. But first thing I'm going to say is I'm not mad about Monster Hunter World or Worlds or whatever they call it. World or Worlds. I think it's World though. I'm not mad about that going to PS4, Xbox One, and PC because I have at least two of the three of those platforms to play it on if I actually want to get it. No, what I'm looking at is they make the announcement for Monster Hunter World shortly after having made the announcement for Monster Hunter Double Cross to be put on the Switch in Japan. And then they say, well, we have no plans to localize Monster Hunter Double Cross over to America, to the West. So, at least the Switch version. I'm pretty sure the 3DS version is getting localized. But that makes me like, okay, if if the if the 3DS version is going to get localized and the Switch version is a literal port of the 3DS version, I don't see why that wouldn't be able to be done anyway. I don't see why that wouldn't be able to be done. And they're supposed to be both games across the 3DS version and the Switch version are cross platform anyway. So why not? If they're going to be cross platform playable, why not? It just makes sense to do it that way. So I'm not mad about Monster Hunter World. I'm not ticked off about that at all. I'm a little agitated about the way they basically said, "Hey, we have no plans to do this," and then came back out once they got backlash and literally said the exact same thing again. They flipped the way the words are situated, but they literally said, "We still have no plans to to bring this localize it for the Switch." And I'm like, you just basically said the same thing twice. I'm like, and I didn't catch it the first time I saw it. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, so they got prompted that people were interested in it over here, and now they changed. But no, they literally didn't. They didn't change their mind. They're still of the same mindset. They just changed the way the words were situated in the comment. So it's like nobody misrepresented you. No one misrepresented you at all. Like, so that's just. Well, sidekick, I'm strictly talking about the Monster Hunter situation. And like, and I'm not mad about any of this stuff because this is stuff that I've seen happen so often. I just feel more numb to it than I do angry about it. So, but even dealing with even if we would go on and talk about that Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, which both should be ported, should literally be ported to the Switch. Both of those should be ported to the Switch. Well, like, there's no reason for them not to. Just like the Saturday morning cartoon thing that Capcom put out. All of those games in that list, they're NES games. They're going to be on everything but Nintendo. Like, and there's people like, well, it doesn't make much sense to port it to Nintendo. But like, they're NES games. Like, listen, and then Nintendo puts the Switch Virtual Console out tomorrow. How many of those games will end up on the Switch Virtual Console? Like, it makes more sense to me to just put out the collection on the Switch than to try to milk every individual one of those on the Virtual Console, because a lot of people aren't going to buy them that way, knowing that collection is out there. We'll look at it. Nope, not buying that. But back to Monster Hunter. Back to Monster Hunter. Okay, you don't have to put Monster Hunter World on the Switch. I don't even think that's what people are mad about. Like, that's, to me, frankly, that's not what people are angry about. It's just like that this Monster Hunter got announced, and the option for this Monster Hunter, which you're already making a Switch version anyway in Japan, and you're more than likely going to localize the 3DS version. Why not localize the Switch version too? When it's a literal port of the 3DS version. I mean, granted, there are a couple things you can't do because it's a single screen instead, but they have buttons to that. I mean, it's not as streamlined as the 3DS, obviously, but you get what I'm saying here. It's like, why not? There's no reason not to. I mean, to be honest, there really isn't a reason not to. So I'm like, just what are y'all thinking here? Like, where is this coming from? Hold on. I gotta look at this on my bigger screen, because on the phone it disappears pretty quick. First, I feel like it makes a little sense to have Mega Man Legacy Collection or Disney Afternoon Collection on the PS4 and Xbox One, because I think those games people would rather have. Yeah, they probably would rather have them portable. They would rather have them portable. There's there might be a downward trend of Monster Hunter sales in the U.S., but if that's the case, then you wouldn't make a whole new game and put it on 3 separate platforms when one platform is underperforming like that. Unless you're doing a test on the market, which is fine, but then that at the same time you still have a fan base here who is expecting this to come, and then you're just shafting them. Like, and Capcom has done that several times, though. That's the bad thing. So if they, and even still, the Monster Hunter World is more a casualized version from what I've seen of it and what I've heard of it. It's a more casualized version of Monster Hunter. It probably not going to be as grindy, and there's a few other things that are added to it to separate it from the standard or the normal Monster Hunter experience. So again, I'm still not agitated that that's not coming to the Switch. I'm just more curious as to why the Switch version of Double Cross can't be localized. Like, that just, to me, these things just don't add up right. It's just like, it really just doesn't add up. Personally, like, when I look at it, it's like, I don't see Monster Hunter World being successful. I think when it comes out, they will backtrack, and this is talking possibly port to the Switch. Monster Hunter World game for the West. Yeah, but then if they do that, if they do port Monster Hunter World to the Switch, people are still going to be like, well, why couldn't we get Double Cross? That's literally going to be the next question. Why couldn't we get Double Cross? Because, like, obviously right now, it seems like they don't have any plans to put World on the Switch. So, I don't know. Like, something's going on there's something going on behind the scenes, as Sidekick just hinted at, that we don't know about. But I don't know if it has anything to do with Ubisoft and Nintendo. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff just it's just, it makes you question them. Like, and I'm not trying to be on the F Capcom bandwagon right now, because I was on that bandwagon back in November. with Dead Rising 4. Like, I don't think I want to beat that horse too much anymore. And I guess it's good that I was about to wrap this up, because my kids need me anyway. So I just think it's funny, and Capcom could do better, and they could probably word themselves a little bit better. I'm coming. I'll chill out 2 seconds. Alright, thank you guys very much for listening in. I will do a couple more live streams, because there's a couple other things I want to talk about, but I just wanted to hit on this specific thing. So yeah, Nintendo fans are notoriously scary to developers. We'll talk about that another time. But thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out. And my kids are trying